Good day, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Vise Squad, brought to you by Sea Run Fly and Tackle. This week, we're a day late this week, and I do apologize. I've been a bit under the weather, so and I'm a little unprepared. But we're gonna do this quick little caddis pattern I found anyway. And I've adapted it to the materials I have on hand, and I guess that's maybe something that we haven't really touched on ever in these segments is if you don't have a material that you maybe see in a pattern or see on one of our videos or another video or wherever, absolutely try and substitute it. Find something close. This original pattern was supposed to have an orange dubbing, but I had some rusty brown, and I thought it looked more October caddis-y anyway. This was supposed to have some pheasant neck feathers instead, and I used some pheasant tail fibers instead, just because it was red. But absolutely play around with patterns and have fun with them. But today for this guy, we're going to start with this little 1/0 salmon hook. We're going to use some 140 Denier UTC thread in red, and we'll start it right behind the eye and just sort of work our way to the back out of the tag. And we'll go down to about where the barb of the hook is. Somewhere about there. Now the pheasant tail I've got is it's a red dyed pheasant tail, and I'm going to take a pretty liberal clump, maybe 15 or 20 of these individual barbels, and I like to stick them straight out like that, and then when you pinch them off, they're all going to be more or less lined up. Like that. So we'll put that on there and make it, I don't know, maybe half an inch. Don't want too long a tail, I don't think. So we'll tie those in and work our way forward. And when we get up to the front, we'll snip out all those scraggly ends and just clean that up. Now we'll work our way to the back again and cinch all that stuff down real well. And when we get to where we started here, I'm gonna reach underneath and put a couple thread wraps underneath that tail. Should help it stand up a little bit. Next, we're going to grab some gold hollow tinsel. And a piece of that here. And we'll tie that in just ahead of those tail fibers. Just making sure it's tied in there really well. Next, we'll grab this. This is ice dub rusty brown. And we'll make a little dubbing noodle here. Doesn't have to be too heavy on the body. And probably thinner at the back, sort of tapering to a larger body as we get to the front. Like so. I'm going to add some because we're going to want to bring that dubbing all the way up to about 1/4 of an inch behind the eye. Alright, so for the time being, I'm going to leave that there. Now we're going to take this gold hollow tinsel and we're going to wrap it around to make a rib, leaving about the spacing in between the rib as you would as the size of the tinsel. Alright, when we get to the front, we'll tie that down. And before we tie that front feather in, what I'm going to do is tie myself at a little dubbing ball right here. And when I wrap this mallard flank feather around it, it should help it flare out a little bit. So we'll grab another pinch of that dubbing. And just sort of create a little ball up at the front. Just add a little bit more of that. Now we're going to grab a mallard flank feather. One of these guys, everybody's probably seen them before. And what I've done is I've stripped off the back end. I like to get rid of all the fluff. And I've found my tip at the front. So with the curl facing towards the hook, I'm going to tie in that feather tip. Give it some good securing wraps. Not tying it all the way up to the front here. I want to leave a little bit of space in between the eye and where I've finished. Snip those out. And we're going to carefully start wrapping this. And you want to really try not to trap those feather fibers. I find if you do, you can brush them out after. But better if you don't. And while we're doing this, we'll deal with this week's trivia question. And I'm going to direct you to one of Rick's videos that's on the YouTube channel or on the website with his Mimi Moto stove. In that, he was talking about his backup plan, a little contingency plan that he has when he goes out and he needs electronics. So if somebody can figure out what I'm talking about with that and answer below on the YouTube feed here, you'll win yourself a few of these little caddis flies. And we get to the front there. I'm going to reach in with my thread and tie that off. And I want to make sure everything's pointing to the back and lash it down. And clean that up around the eye. And then we'll just build a little thread head. Like that. We'll grab a whip finish tool. I'll give her a few turns, and then I'm going to finish it with some Solarez Bone Dry. But first, I'll grab my little brush here and maybe give those just a little brush out. While we're doing this, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it. You won't miss any of our upcoming content and our videos. Next week we're gonna have a really fun fly that we've been working out. Everyone should be in for a laugh with it. Please head over to C-Run and give their page a like. Give the Goes to 11 page a like. Until next week, thanks everyone for watching.